Hello, mate.
I just can't believe we're back so many times a week.
I know.
It's unbelievable.
I'm shattered.
You sound poorly.
I am a little bit poorly,
Do you know
but
what's
it's all right.
really frustrating? I'm poorly as well, but you sound poorly.
It's all right. I'll soldier on. Coming up on the scoop today, we're talking about HMV launching some VHS-themed merchandise.
Big box
Bagpuss.
VHS. Yes.
Big box VHS. I have got a bit of a thing for big box VHS.
I don't know whether people knew that. You've got a bit
know.
of a thing for big
We've
box
not mentioned
VHS.
it for a while.
No. Well, you just interrupted me, so it doesn't matter anyway, does it?
That's all right.
Just get on with it.
Back to the Future shoes and Bagpuss. So, we know that nostalgia is all the rage, don't we?
Well, that's what we live on in this studio.
However, everyone else is jumping on the bandwagon, aren't they? Everyone.
Of course they are. We've got 11,000 subscribers now.
Even HMV are jumping on the nostalgia bandwagon. Now, they have, at last,
48 and it's happening.
they have recently just announced the launch of their VHS range with the release of E.T., Scarface, Back to the Future, Top Gun, and lots of other movies. The Breakfast Club, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Beverly Hills Cop, Airplane, The Thing, and The Warriors. A couple of 70s movies in there.
No Superman.
No Superman, no. However, they are not releasing them on VHS. They're releasing the DVDs in VHS-themed packaging.
Tell me more, Jason.
I'll put some pictures up on the screen.
Yeah.
Not that one for them. You can see them there. So they come in the old style packaging with the VHS artwork on the front.
Yeah.
You open it up and inside is a mock VHS cassette tape. And inside that are some DVDs, 1 or 2 discs, and some memorabilia, some like Topps cards and things like that inside, and a poster of the movie, which sounds amazing.
I mean, it is absolutely brilliant, but
I've got the actual ones there.
you could just go and put a DVD in there.
Yeah, I'm not sure. We'll have to get hold of some of these and do a review of them.
Seeing as that's more real.
Yeah, HMV, if you want to send us some. If anybody works at HMV.
Yeah, because we really think it's a great idea and we'd never do this, ever.
They do look amazing, and they're like the kind of thing that I'll spend my money on, even though I've got those movies on big box VHS and on DVD already.
Because you have a bit of a thing for big box VHS
I have
videos.
got a bit of a thing for big box VHS videos. I found a couple of big box VHS videos at the car boot.
What big box VHS video did you find?
Well, that will be revealed in the next episode of Retro Collectors.
Yeah.
Right, Greg? Coming very soon.
No, I agree. I think they're a brilliant idea. But surely they can't charge a lot of money for them. Is there any prices in there?
I don't know what the price range is. We'll have
Because
to
everyone's-
see if I can find it. And I'll
Most
put it on
people
the
are,
screen.
they'll either have them or... Well, they'll have them.
Yeah, on VHS. Hang on, there's a pre-order here. $14.99 each by the looks of it.
That's quite a lot of money, isn't it, for a
Released.
DVD that you've probably already got?
Released 30th of July. But they do look beautiful. I would love to handle one. And we'll leave it at that.
I think you better.
Here on The Scoop, Greg, we like to bring you all of the news, and some of it is not always entertaining. I've got a little bit of sad news for you, I'm afraid. You might have seen on the internet that Peter Furman has died. Now, if you don't know, Peter Furman was the co-creator of lots of stop-motion, animation and animated children's shows in the 70s and 80s, including, of course, Bagpuss, The Clangers, Noggin the Nog, loads of others that we all remember very fondly. Ivor the Engine.
Oh, was that him as well?
Yeah, he was one of the co-creators of that. He died aged 89 and in his lifetime won numerous awards, including BAFTAs and all sorts of things for the TV that he created. So all we can say is rest in peace, Peter Furman, and thank you for those amazing childhood memories that we have of the 80s, 70s, 80s and 90s.
Bagpuss gave a big yawn and settled down to sleep.
So here's that section of The Scoop where Greg comes up with a really funny, really, really long title that couldn't ever get on a title card, and, you know, we all have a little laugh, don't we, Greg? What's it called this week?
This section, Jason, is called Film Talk. Well,
that's it.
film talk.
All right.
It's going to sweep the nation, this
I
is.
feel like we should have a theme tune like dun 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 dun.
What's that from?
Never mind. What's the film you're talking about this week, Greg?
I'm going to talk about a sequel, Jason.
Oh,
That was released this week,
July the 8th.
30 years ago. How old are we?
I'm feeling really old doing all of this.
30 years ago, and this is one of them films, Jason, where the sequel is better than the original. Yes, I'm throwing that out there, Jason. It is Arthur 2 on the Rocks.
Oh, and this is one I don't own on big box VHS, but it's one of my favourite films from the 80s.
It was just brilliant. And
Right.
it doesn't get old.
Me and my brother, or my brother and I, used to watch it over and over and over again because it's just hilarious. Dudley Moore at his absolute best.
Yeah. He really,
I like my fabricated half-inch pie.
do you think he was really drunk?
I don't know. If he wasn't, he's a brilliant actor.
I think he was drunk.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Oh, it was just ace. Bert Johnson. He was the big guy, wasn't he? The dad.
Tell them an interesting fact, Jason, about you and the first one.
I haven't seen all of Arthur, the first one, all the way through.
Can you believe that?
Yeah,
He
I'm
loves the
such a
sequel.
massive fan of the sequel.
I've never heard of that before. Someone who loves the sequel, but never, why didn't you want to rush out and watch the first
I
one?
don't know. And it was Liza Minnelli at her best as well, wasn't it? They were just really believable in Arthur 2.
Oh yeah, it was just the reason one was good, but nowhere near as good as two, is because you've established the characters in one. So two, you do warm to them more. That's why I can't believe you haven't
I
watched
cry
it.
at the end of it every time when she says she's pregnant. You know, when he comes back with all the toys and everything. They've adopted the little baby, and then she says, "Well, I'm actually pregnant as well." I'm like,
Before we Russell Brand did a version, didn't they?
should we leave that there?
That's enough, yeah.
So, the box office doesn't
Sam.
say what the budget was, but the box office take was $14,681,192. That's quite exact, isn't it?
I actually think as well, this was one of them films that made more money later on
VHS.
on
probably,
videos.
yeah.
And
So, the running time was 113 minutes. As you said, was released 30 years ago, on July the 8th, by Warner Brothers. Starred Dudley Moore, Liza Minnelli, and John Gielgud was in it, wasn't he? Because he was in the first one, wasn't he, as Hobson, as the butler. And then he died, but came back as the ghost in Arthur 2. Music by Burt Bacharach, that really helped as well. The music in it's fantastic.
great song, Christopher Cross.
And that theme by Christopher Cross.
Oh, that's one of them. When I drive in my long journeys for my job, Jason, long journeys. That's one of them songs that always comes on in the night time when I'm driving in the dark. It's just
Driving in the dark.
it's just such a lovely. Oh, I love it. I love the film. I love the music. I love everything.
You'll be surprised to know, Greg, and this is often the case that we don't agree with critics, that the film received generally negative reviews from critics and holds a Rotten Tomatoes rating of 13%.
How does that work, Rotten Tomato? So is it the highest?
I don't really pay much attention to Rotten Tomatoes, but I think there are certain professional critics on there. So there's a critics rating, and then there's an audience rating as well. So that's just like if me and you went on there and rated it. Now, most films that you will look at will have a low critics rating, but a really high audience rating. So what do critics know?
And plus, it's like Marmite.
I know.
You might like it. I can't stand the stuff. Same as that film.
The film was not a box office success.
Superman 4 was a massive flop. I love it.
It earned 14.7 million in American ticket sales, and the original film earned 95.5 million. So,
Bacon's ready.
and the bacon's ready. So, just in case you didn't hear that, that was Brenda, the canteen manager, otherwise known as Greg's mom, calling us for our bacon sandwich, which was very nice.
I'm 37 years old. Lovely though, isn't it?
Oh, dead crispy.
Never cooks the same when you do it at home.
Oh, it was beautiful. Anyway, final story of the scoop, Greg. The Back to the Future shoe
Shoe.
Or Back to the Future 2 shoe. Try saying that 3 times fast.
Back to the Future 2 shoe. Back to the Future 2 shoe. Back to the Future 2 shoe.
Well done. Has sold this week at auction. You know the self-tying laces, the Nikes, the mags.
The ones
Nike
they said
mags.
was always going to happen and it never
Yeah.
did.
Well, they released a limited edition version of them that you can buy your own. I don't think the laces actually tied themselves, but they looked the same as the film ones. But the actual pair from the film sold this week.
Let me guess. Was it over £100?
It was nearly $100,000. It was $92,100, which is around £70,100.
Would you spend that sort of money?
No, and particularly, get this, they're disintegrating. All of the back half of the foam off the shoe is just gone. Disintegrated. I think it was actually sold in a little pile next to the shoe. So someone's paid nearly 100k for
Piles?
some broken shoes. But if you're a fan of the film, oh, there you go. Look, I'll put this picture on the screen. That's the foam that's disintegrated.
Oh, that's terrible. Mind you, I bought some trainers like that. Do you remember? No, not the foam coming out. Remember the grey ones I bought, the Nike ones. There are trainers out there that look very similar to that. Yeah.
So, there you go. $100,000. £70,000. If I had that much money, Greg, would I buy those shoes? Probably.
Would you?
Yeah, if I could afford £70,000. If £70,000 to me was like spending 10 quid on something, then I'd get them.
You know you can spend half of that and get a replica of Knight Rider.
I'd probably get that as well. Oh, the things I'd do with money. Please hit that subscribe button and watch all the little adverts all the way through.
Yeah, because when we get some serious money, our new intro to all the programmes will be me driving in Knight Rider and him coming in his Back to the Future car.
There's an incentive for you. Please watch our adverts so we can buy a brand new car each. That'd be amazing. But we're a long way from even buying a little toy replica of those cars, Greg. But we're working on it.
We do it for the love, don't we, Jason?
Thanks for watching, those people who do watch. That's the end of this week's scoop, Greg. 2 scoops in a row.
2 scoops.
2 scoops, like
2
an ice cream. I normally have 3.
Of course you do.
Ooh, a bit of pistachio.
You're on a diet?
Anyway, we'll see you again tomorrow morning on the, what's it called?
Well, you say tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I didn't quite manage it last week, but we'll see.
You didn't manage the day after?
No, because I was away.
You didn't manage it Sunday, though? You managed it on Monday?
Yeah, that's when I came back. We'll see what happens, eh? We'll be back with tea and toast Saturday. Whatever day it's on.